Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
It's gonna be a good one too.
Yeah, today we're looking at something that's going to help you guys boost your fluency in English.
Yeah.
And it's all about this technique called shadowing. And we're going to be basing this deep dive on a YouTube video that we found.
Yeah, from Sep's Speak English Pod.
Exactly.
With David and Sarah.
Right.
It's a really good video.
Really good video, and it goes over a bunch of tips.
7 tips.
7 tips exactly for making shadowing more effective and helping you guys see better results. So if you're trying to become more fluent and you want to sound more like a native speaker,
Yeah,
this is the episode for you.
absolutely.
All right, so let's just jump right into it.
Yeah.
The first tip that they talk about in this video is all about choosing the right material.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the foundation.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that the audio or the video that you pick is clear and easy to follow.
Right, because if it's too fast or it's too complicated,
Too complex, yeah.
yeah, you're not going to be able to replicate it.
Yeah, or the audio quality is bad.
Right.
That can make things really difficult as well.
It's going to be hard to figure out the pronunciation and the rhythm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they suggest starting with something simple,
Yeah.
beginner friendly.
Like what?
So you could look at podcasts that are designed for English learners.
Oh, okay.
You could look at videos, simple video lessons, or even audiobooks
Okay.
that are, at a basic level to begin with,
Yeah.
and then gradually build up the difficulty.
So don't just jump into like some super advanced podcast.
No. You want to choose material that's clear.
Yeah, what does it mean, like clear?
Well, they define clear material as audio,
Yeah.
where you can distinguish what the speakers are saying.
Got it.
So ideally, it's native speakers who have really good, clear pronunciation.
Okay. So no super strong accents.
Yeah. Strong accents might be a bit difficult later on. That's fine.
Yeah.
But to begin with,
Keep it simple.
keep it simple.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is important because when you're shadowing, you're trying to pick up those subtle nuances.
Nuances.
Yeah, like the tone, the rhythm, the stress,
Right.
where they place the emphasis in the sentence.
Yeah. You wanna copy all of that.
Exactly.
And if the audio is not clear, it's gonna be hard to do.
It's going to be much harder.
Yeah.
Much more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we got clear audio. We got simple content.
Mm-hmm.
What else should we be looking for?
Well, this is a really important point for me. I think it's really important to choose content that you're interested in.
Oh, interesting.
So something that aligns with your personal interests.
So it could be anything,
Could be anything.
like a podcast about
Yeah, could be news
news.
about a certain topic you're interested in.
Oh, okay.
It could be a podcast related to a hobby.
Oh, cool.
It could be TED Talks
Yeah.
on subjects that you're fascinated by.
I love TED Talks.
Yeah, they're great.
Mm-hmm.
Or even interviews with people,
Okay. Yeah.
if you're interested in certain people.
Yeah. Makes sense. The key point here is that if you find the material engaging,
Yeah,
you're much more likely to stick with it.
right. If you're bored, you're just going to quit.
You're going to get bored and you're going to give up.
Yeah.
And you're not going to see those results.
Right.
You're not going to get the benefit.
Yeah, if you're interested in it, it's not going to feel like work.
Exactly.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
And you're going to be much more consistent.
Okay. So find something you like, and it'll help you stay motivated.
Yeah. And an added benefit is that this is going to help you with your listening comprehension as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because you're actually listening
Yeah.
to the content.
You're paying attention.
You're paying attention. You're engaged.
Yeah.
And that's going to help you understand
Oh.
what you're hearing.
So it's kind of like a 2-for-1.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're getting the shadowing practice, but you're also improving your listening.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, yeah, you can vary the content.
Oh, yeah, you were saying like as you get better, you can switch it up.
Yeah. So to begin with, you might start with podcasts.
Okay.
But then once you feel more comfortable, you can move on to YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah, because those have the visual element too.
Yeah. And then audiobooks,
Oh, okay.
which often have a different kind of pacing and narrative style.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So you're getting exposed to the language in different contexts.
So like real world situations.
Exactly.
Okay, so start simple, clear speaker, something you're interested in.
Exactly.
And you can always move on to more difficult stuff later.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's tip number 1, choosing the right material.
That's tip number 1.
What about tip number 2?
Tip number 2 is all about breaking the content down.
Breaking it down.
Yeah. Into smaller chunks.
Smaller chunks. Okay, so not like the whole thing at once.
No. Not the whole thing at once.
Got it.
You want to divide it up.
Okay.
And this is really important.
Why is that so important?
Well, it's going to help you to really focus on the accuracy and the finer detail.
Okay.
So instead of trying to shadow a really long sentence
Yeah.
or an entire paragraph,
Yeah.
You want to focus on one short phrase at a time.
Oh, like a sentence chunk?
Exactly.
Okay.
And this is going to help you to concentrate on the pronunciation of each word,
Okay.
the rhythm of those words,
Mm-hmm.
and just make sure that you're getting it right
Okay.
before you move on.
So it's kind of like you're zeroing in on each little section?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a laser focus
Yeah.
on that small chunk.
Yeah, okay.
And it's also going to prevent you from feeling overwhelmed.
Right, because if you're looking at like a whole paragraph of text,
Yeah, it can be really daunting.
it can be. Yeah, and then you just kind of give up.
Yeah, you lose motivation.
Right.
But if you break it down,
Yeah.
it becomes much more manageable.
Each little piece.
Each little piece feels achievable.
Yeah.
And then you can put it all together.
Make a puzzle.
Like a puzzle, exactly.
Okay, cool.
And this also helps you to internalize the material more effectively.
Internalize it. What does that mean?
So it means that you're really absorbing it.
Oh, okay.
You're not just repeating it.
Yeah.
You're actually understanding it.
Okay.
And you're able to then produce it
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay.
So by working with these smaller segments,
Yeah.
you have much more opportunity to accurately mimic the original speaker.
Right.
Their tone, their stress, their rhythm,
Yeah.
all of those things.
And you said repetition is really important here.
Yeah, so once you've got that small chunk,
Yeah.
don't just say it once.
Yeah.
Repeat it several times
Oh, okay.
until it feels natural.
Coming out of your mouth.
Yeah. Until you can say it without even thinking about it.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of like building up that muscle memory.
Exactly. You're building that muscle memory.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So break it down into small chunks and repeat.
Exactly.
Got it. What about tip number 3?
Tip number 3 is all about focusing on pronunciation and rhythm.
Okay, so we've got our material. We're breaking it down. What's next?
So now we need to think about how we're actually saying those words.
Right, because it's not just about repeating the words, is it?
No, it's not just about repeating the words.
Mm.
It's about imitating the tone, the pitch, the stress patterns of the speaker.
Oh, so like where they emphasize certain words?
Exactly.
Okay.
And also how quickly or slowly they speak.
So like their pace.
Yeah, the pace.
Okay.
You want to try and match them as closely as possible.
So it's almost like you're becoming an actor.
Exactly, like you're taking on a role.
Yeah.
And you're trying to really embody that speaker.
Yeah. Okay.
So pay attention to how they emphasize certain words,
Yeah.
how their voice shifts depending on what they're saying,
Okay.
and try to replicate that.
So I'm really like embodying the way that they're speaking.
Exactly.
Okay. And this helps you sound more natural
Yeah, it's going to help you sound more fluent.
and more like a native speaker.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's those subtle musical elements of language.
The music of the language.
Yeah, the rise and fall of the voice.
Oh, yeah.
The pauses, the stressed syllables.
Yeah.
Those are the things that really make a difference.
So it's kind of like shadowing's not just about vocabulary and grammar. It's about the music.
It's about the music.
The way that it sounds.
The way that it flows.
Yeah.
It's a fun challenge.
Oh, a challenge. Okay, so I should be looking for that challenge.
Yeah. Try to really imagine yourself in the situation
Oh, okay.
of the speaker.
Yeah.
How would they be feeling?
Yeah.
Where would they naturally place the emphasis?
Okay.
And try to do the same.
Cool. So really think about the meaning and how they're conveying that.
Exactly.
Okay.
And by focusing on the rhythm,
Yeah.
you're also training your ear.
Oh.
Oh, okay. How so?
Well, you start to notice the patterns in the language
Yeah.
where the pauses occur,
Yeah.
how the speaker transitions
Okay.
from one thought to the next.
Yeah.
And this is going to help you not only to speak more fluently,
Okay.
but also to understand better when you're listening. So it's like a feedback loop.
It is a feedback loop.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so we're really getting into it now.
Yeah.
Tip number 4, what's that all about?
Tip number 4 is recording your voice.
Recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
And comparing it to the original.
Oh, okay, so this is where it gets real.
This is where it gets real.
Yeah.
So you can use your phone or computer or whatever you have.
Yeah, anything that records.
Anything that records, yeah.
Okay.
And this is going to help you to assess your progress
Okay.
and to identify areas where you can improve.
So it's kind of like getting feedback.
Exactly like getting feedback from a teacher,
Okay.
but you're giving the feedback to yourself.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what should we be listening for when we listen back?
Well, focus on your pronunciation,
Okay.
your rhythm,
Mm-hmm.
and your stress.
Where I'm putting the emphasis.
Exactly.
Okay.
How closely are you matching the original speaker?
Okay, so it's kind of like I'm trying to hear the differences.
Yeah, you're listening for the differences.
Yeah.
And this can be quite eye-opening.
Oh, because we don't always hear ourselves the way that we sound.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sometimes you think you sound one way,
Yeah.
But then you hear the recording.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow.
I don't sound like that.
That's not what I thought I sounded
Yeah,
like.
exactly. Okay.
But don't be discouraged by that.
Right.
It's just information.
Yeah.
It's feedback.
It's helping me get better.
It's helping you to get better.
Okay, so what's the process here?
So you record yourself shadowing a small chunk.
Okay, just a small chunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you compare your recording with the original.
Okay, so I play it side by side.
Yeah, you can play it side by side or just listen to one and then the other.
Got it.
And really pay attention to how the original speaker is emphasizing words,
Okay.
where they're pausing,
Yeah.
and the overall flow of their speech.
So, like, I'm really analyzing what they're doing.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
analyzing and you're comparing.
Okay.
And this will help you to see where you need to improve.
So it's like I'm spotting my weaknesses.
You're spotting your weaknesses,
Yeah,
exactly,
right, okay.
and you can work on them.
Okay. And you said consistency is key here?
Yeah, don't expect to sound perfect after just 1 or 2 tries.
Right. It's going to take time.
It's going to take time and practice.
Okay.
The more you practice, the better you'll get.
And I should be celebrating those small wins.
Yeah, absolutely. Every little
Yeah.
improvement
Yeah.
is a step in the right direction.
Awesome. Okay, so record, compare, and then adjust and keep going.
Keep going, keep practicing.
Awesome. Okay, tip number 5, what do we got?
Tip number 5 is practicing consistently.
Okay, so we're getting into the habit now.
Yeah, we're building the habit.
Yeah.
And this is so important.
Is this the most important tip?
I think it might be.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because it doesn't matter how much you know.
Right.
If you don't practice,
You're not going to get better.
you're not going to get better.
Right. Okay.
So the video recommends practicing for 10 to 15 minutes every day.
Every day.
Yeah, every single day. It's much better than doing like a long session once a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, because it builds that muscle memory
Okay.
and it helps you to retain what you're learning.
Okay, so like if I'm doing it every day, it's kind of like I'm staying in shape.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
staying in shape. You're keeping those muscles working
Yeah.
and your brain is remembering
Right.
what you've learned.
It's like anything else, right? If you want to get good at something, you got to practice it consistently.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
Yeah, okay.
And it's also going to help you to get used to the rhythm of the language.
Oh, the rhythm again.
Yeah, the rhythm is so important
Okay.
because that's what makes you sound natural
Okay.
when you're speaking.
So those short bursts are actually better than like a long session.
Yeah, those short bursts are much more effective.
Wow.
Even if it's just a few minutes
Yeah.
every day,
Okay.
it can make a big difference.
All right, so consistency is key, 10 to 15 minutes every day.
Exactly.
Okay, what's next?
Tip number 6 is using different accents.
Oh, accents. This is a fun one.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Yeah.
So the video talks about the importance of exposing yourself to different accents.
Like American, British, Australian.
Yeah, all the different accents.
Right, because English is spoken all over the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it can sound very different
Okay.
depending on where you are.
Yeah.
So this is
Okay.
going to help you to improve your listening skills
Okay.
because you're going to be able to understand
Yeah.
different people,
Even if they have a really strong accent.
even if they have a strong accent.
Yeah, okay.
And it's also going to help you to become more adaptable.
Adaptable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you encounter a speaker with a different accent,
Yeah.
you won't be thrown off.
Okay, so it's kind of like I'm training my ear
Exactly. You're training your ear.
to be able to understand different ways of speaking.
Yeah, you're expanding your listening repertoire.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And each accent has its own characteristics.
Really? Like what?
So not just the pronunciation of certain sounds,
Yeah.
but also the rhythm and the intonation patterns.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So by practicing with different accents,
Yeah.
you're getting a much broader understanding of English.
Okay. It's not just about like learning one way of speaking.
No, it's about learning the whole spectrum.
Yeah, the whole spectrum of English.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
And this is also going to boost your confidence
Oh, how so?
because you'll feel more comfortable
Okay.
speaking to different people.
Okay.
You won't be as worried.
About making mistakes.
Yeah. Or not understanding.
Right. Okay.
So it's really worth the effort.
So even though it's challenging,
Yeah.
I should stick with it.
You should stick with it.
Okay.
The more you practice, the
Yeah.
easier it'll become.
Oh, okay. Cool. And we're on the last tip now.
We're on the last tip.
This is tip number 7.
Tip number 7 is challenging yourself to speak without reading.
Oh, without reading. So like no script.
No script.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you feel comfortable
Yeah.
with a certain phrase or sentence,
Okay.
try to shadow it without looking at the text.
Oh, that sounds hard.
It can be challenging,
Yeah.
but it's really effective
Okay.
because it forces you to rely on your memory.
Right. I can't just read the
You
words.
can't just read the words.
Okay.
You have to remember them.
So I'm using my auditory memory.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this is going to improve your speaking skills.
How so?
Well, because you're not just imitating.
Yeah.
You're actually producing
Right. Okay.
the language.
From a memory?
Yeah, from memory.
Okay.
So you're going beyond repetition.
Okay.
You're actually internalizing
Yeah.
the sentences.
Okay.
And you're starting to speak more naturally.
More like I would in a real conversation.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah, it might feel difficult at first,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Okay.
It means you're pushing yourself
Yeah.
and you're making progress.
Okay. So I shouldn't be afraid to try it,
No, don't be afraid.
even if I mess up.
Even if you mess up, it's fine.
Okay.
It's all part of the process.
Yeah.
And by doing this,
Yeah.
you're actually improving your ability to think in English.
Oh, wow. That's huge.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Because when you're having a real conversation,
Yeah.
you don't have time to translate in your head.
Okay.
You need to be able to think
Yeah.
and speak.
In English.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's the final challenge.
That's the final challenge.
Okay. I'm ready for it.
Awesome.
All right. So we just went over 7 tips
We did 7 tips
for shadowing.
for effective shadowing.
Do you want to quickly recap them just so we have them all in one place?
Absolutely. So tip number 1.
Choosing the right material.
Exactly.
Simple, clear, interesting.
Exactly.
Okay.
Number 2, breaking it down into chunks.
Small, manageable chunks.
Small, manageable chunks. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Number 3, focusing on pronunciation and rhythm.
So like the music of the language.
Yeah, the music of the language.
Okay.
Number 4, recording your voice and comparing it.
Oh, yeah. So I can hear myself and hear the differences.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Number 5, practicing consistently
10 to 15 minutes every day.
every single day.
Got it.
Number 6, using different accents.
Oh, yeah. Expanding that ear vocabulary.
Standing the ear vocabulary, exactly.
Okay.
And number 7, challenging yourself to speak without reading.
Oh, yeah. The big challenge.
It's a big challenge.
Awesome. Okay. So we've got all 7 tips.
Yep.
If people do all of this, they're going to see massive improvements.
Massive improvements. Yeah, and as the video says,
Yeah.
these tips are really designed to make your shadowing practice more effective and to help you see results faster.
Okay. So it's all about optimizing.
Optimizing
That
it.
learning.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So, yeah, consistency is key.
10 to 15 minutes every day.
Every day.
That's it.
That's all it takes.
Wow.
And you'll start to see noticeable improvements
Okay.
in your speaking. So
Awesome.
you'll build those natural, confident speaking habits.
That's what we want.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shadowing isn't just about repeating words.
It's about engaging.
It's about engaging.
With the language.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about making it feel natural and intuitive.
Oh, I like that.
So the more you practice,
Yeah.
the better you'll get.
Okay. Awesome. So for everyone listening out there,
Yeah.
we challenge you to start incorporating these shadowing techniques.
Yeah, give them a try.
Yeah. See what works for you.
Exactly.
Maybe one of those tips like really spoke to you.
Yeah, which one resonated with you the most?
Yeah. And why?
Yeah, why?
Okay.
And I guess one final thought
Yeah.
is how might this transform not just your speaking,
Yeah.
but also your overall understanding?
Of English.
Yeah, and your connection to English-speaking cultures.
Oh, wow. That's deep.
Yeah, it's about more than just the language.
Yeah. It's about the whole culture.
It's about the culture, yeah.
Okay. So by engaging with these different accents
Yeah.
and by listening to all this material,
Yeah.
I'm going to start to understand the culture better.
Yeah. You're going to start to understand the nuances,
Yeah.
the humor, the way people interact, all
Yeah.
of those things.
Wow. Okay. So shadowing is pretty powerful.
It's very powerful.
Yeah.
It's a great tool.
Awesome. All right. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this deep dive,
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.